We're speeding into the fast lane with Globe's 5G technology. It's fast, it's fun, it's wonderful. It's Kim Son-ho approved. With Globe 5G technology, the possibilities are endless. It's about time we inspire the youth to create something meaningful, spark reinventions, and improve the framework of the future. That's what the 5G Hackathon is about. Students, professionals, and startups are welcome to join the event by registering using this link. Once accepted, you may enjoy access to the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, where the enablement workshops will happen. That's 2 weeks worth of fun workshops and mentorship by industry experts from our tech partners. All these to get you to the top. That doesn't end there. Apply what you've learned from the workshops and pitch your idea on how you can use 5G to improve the way we live. The panel will pick the top 30 semi-finalists to join the pitch competition and enjoy exclusive workshops and consultations with mentors. But if you're truly, madly, deeply at the top of your game, you can be chosen as part of the top 10 finalists who will proceed to the Hackathon Finals. 3 of the best pitches will be hailed as winners. What's in it for you? Well, over 500,000 pesos worth of prizes will be given away, plus a chance to be part of the Venture Builders program of 917's Venture Velocity and work directly with Globe 5G Acceleration Lab. This is powered by Globe and Animal Labs by DLSU. Thanks to 5G, we're about to achieve great heights. Click the link and show us what you've got. Get ready to reinvent your power to create change. Register now.
Do you want to make a difference and reinvent your world? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 김선호입니다. 샌드박스 같은 곳에서 경쟁하는 기분을 느껴보고 싶으신가요? 그렇다면 글로브 5G 해카톤에서 진행하는 워크숍과 멘토십을 통해 5G 활용 방법을 만들어보고 여러분의 친구, 동료들과 팀을 만들어서 디지털 시대 속 필리핀의 새롭고 흥미로운 가능성을 열어보세요. Follow your dream. Register now.
You watch me do my thing. Reinvent the world, yeah. Just to be more, just to be better, just to evolve, just to be more, just to be better, just to evolve, just to evolve. Every time the world spins round, reinvent 360. And you gon' miss a good thing, yeah. Show the whole world, reinvent. Nobody should know me do my thing.
Take it to the next level with Globe's fiber, LTE Advanced, and 5G mobile connection. Now you have the power to reinvent your world. Globe.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby! Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
Dance together.
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold. Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
Mimi.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes!
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99?
9 gig? All sites?
For all devices?
Shareable with up to 4 people.
Like my fam? Anywhere they are?
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99.
And welcome to the much-awaited kickoff of the Globe 5G Hackathon Enablement Workshops. Yes, to give everyone a refresher, of course, last April, Globe, in partnership with Animo Labs, launched pretty much the biggest and most exciting 5G hackathon to date, okay? Now, the brief was simple, you guys. Come up with fresh, innovative, and highly impactful ideas powered by 5G technology. So the competition will focus on the use of 5G in different sectors of the Philippine economy and society, such as education, healthcare, and livelihood. We also have retail, manufacturing, logistics, and e-commerce and other industries. Of course, we also have disaster risk management, sustainability, asset management, and transportation. And specifically for Globe 5G Hackathon, we've expanded virtual hangouts from being your, go-to online platform that houses your passions like music, K-pop, esports, to a platform where you can collaborate and learn #all together now. That's right. You know, there's so many activities that you can engage in the 5G Hackathon HQ. And aside from the enablement workshops, you can also check out the time capsule and share with us your thoughts about joining the hackathon. You know, there's also the photo booth, which I'm very excited about. You can take photos and boomerangs that you can share through the HQ's gallery. So much fun. And for sure, you already have a favorite spot. So go ahead and tell us about it in the comment section, or whatever you want to comment, just go ahead and send that right now, okay? Now, the Globe 5G Hackathon empowers creative thinkers and innovators to reinvent their power to create change, okay? And the best part about it, guys, anyone can join, literally anyone, okay? You can be a student, you can be an inventor, and you can be a startup company even. As long as you have that light bulb moment and, you know, that game-changing idea, you can pitch it and even learn from industry trailblazers. That's so cool, you guys. And with Globe 5G Hackathon, your big idea just might be the next best thing in tech. Super exciting. So, to better acquaint us with the power of 5G and its power to reinvent the way we do, guys, let me give this space to the Chief Commercial Officer of Globe, Miss Isa Guevara Cabrera.
Good morning, Trailblazers. Welcome to Globe's first ever 5G Hackathon. I'd like to welcome people from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And I even heard there are Pinoys who are joining from abroad as well. I suppose this is one of the upsides of doing everything online nowadays. Welcome, everybody. I am very excited to see what new ideas will come out of this hackathon. There are endless possibilities given what technology can do today. But first, let us all learn together. We have prepared a fantastic lineup of subject matter experts from our Globe community. Up next is Mikey Velasco, Director of our Solutions Architect team, who will talk to you about how 5G can enable and transform lives today and in the near future. We've got Jared Reimer, Founder and President of Cascadio, who will talk about how a startup like Slack became big. They are just two of our distinguished speakers to kick off our enablement sessions, so be sure to join us. We are all going through very tough times, so let us all gather all our positive energy and put them all to good use. Globe has always been at the forefront of innovation, and together I am confident we can co-create solutions that will benefit our society, our industries, our cities. Use this opportunity to develop your own innovations using 5G to solve real-life problems in education, healthcare, livelihood, retail, manufacturing, logistics, e-commerce, disaster risk management, sustainability, asset and resource management, and transportation. This is our chance to create positive change. And you won't be alone on this journey. We've carefully selected our mentor lineup too. They will guide you in all aspects of your ideas development, and you will meet them soon in the workshop sessions. Everyone's waiting to hear what you guys will come up with, that's for sure. John F. Kennedy once said, "Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other." If you are currently building your startups, or aspiring to become the next startup leader, or planning to be a leader in your organization, learning is key to your success today. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, and I wish you guys will be learning a lot from this session and hope to see you all at the finish line.
Thank you very much, Miss Isa Guevara Cabrera. That was definitely an insight. Now, as mentioned, today is the start of the series of enablement workshops, powered, of course, by the highly immersive Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts, okay? Now, the series of workshops will feature a diverse folio of essential topics led by tech giants such as Cascadio, you got HP, Tech Mahindra, and Globe, of course. And not only that, you guys, we will also focus on necessary skills such as design thinking, you got prototyping, pitching, business modeling, and so much more. So definitely exciting times ahead. And guys, we actually have underscored the huge role of 5G in, enabling change in the near future. But really, I mean, just how powerful is 5G anyway? Like, what are the possibilities that it can offer, right? How can it actually be a catalyst for change? So to give us an idea of how 5G can reinvent our world, please welcome Globe Solutions Architect Director, Mikey Velasco.
Hello and welcome. My name is Mikey Velasco. I'm the Director for Platform Solutions Design and Architecture for Globe Telecom. Today, we will be reinventing the world with 5G. For the next couple of minutes, we'll be going through what 5G is, its evolution, and a vast array of use cases that 5G brings to the table. We'll also be going through fundamental concepts that govern this exciting new technology. Finally, we'll also be going through what are the realities here in the Philippines, leading us to the 5G Hackathon and the overarching themes of this one-of-a-kind event. Now, let's get started. The evolution of communications technology takes us back to the 1980s, when the first generation of communication technology was born. What you would know now as the landline, 1G supported long-distance voice communications, which was certainly novel at that time. The second generation of communications was wireless, and the anchoring service that came out of it was short messaging services, or SMS, what you would now call as text. You'll see here that the amount of data that can be sent through this communication technology grew significantly from 2.4 kbps to 64 kbps, allowing all users to be able to send SMS. The third generation, or 3G, ushered in the concept of mobile internet. Through high-speed downlink packet access, or HSDPA, and HSPA+. 3G had a maximum speed of 2 Mbps, which by today's standards is quite limited. But in the early 2000s, it was certainly enough to support the delivery of ringtones, wallpapers, MMS, and other multimedia services beyond short messaging services. 4G, typically called long-term evolution, or LTE, is what we know now and experience today. Having a maximum speed of 100 Mbps, 4G is what powers the digital services that most Filipinos and a lot more all over the world enjoy. Music streaming, video conferencing, Uber and Grab-like services. The list grows by the day. So, what is 5G then? 5G serves to be the next step in this evolution of communication services. With a maximum speed of 10 gigabits per second, we can expect 5G to be front and center to the next set of innovations that will drive the next decade. To learn more about 5G, let's watch this video.
Journey to 5G.
So, Mikael, for an average person like me, what is 5G? How is that different from the 4G on my phone right now?
Okay, let's rewind to the days of 1G. Take these guys out. 1G started back in the 80s, and back then you could only do analog voice calls. And then 2G came in the 90s. We had another cell tower because we could do voice calls and SMS, aka
texting.
Tama.
Yes.
And then with 3G, that enabled us to browse the web on our phones, which was super cool back in the day. And 4G, of course, we know this. We're streaming content all day, every day, with everybody around us. And then, of course, we have 5G.
5G.
This is just mind-blowing. It opens up so many possibilities.
So many
it's
possibilities.
crazy. It's super exciting.
It's super exciting.
It's everything.
It's everything. So, parang gusto ko na ngayon mag-5G. It's fast, no?
Oh, yeah, it is. I actually have an analogy for you. Let's take these people out. So, imagine 4G is like you're on a 2-lane highway, you're in your sedan, driving along with other cars. But on 5G, you're in a 10-lane highway in your sports car.
Wow,
Super fast.
intense!
Yeah.
0 to 60 in no time. Look at me, car reference.
Yeah, that's actually really important because 0 to 60 is referring to latency, which is also faster in 5G.
Let's go back to the car.
One more analogy, I got you. So if speed is referring to how fast the cars are going, latency is referring to the driver's reaction to when the stoplight turns green.
Okay.
Super quick. Not as quick.
Sounds awesome. So my Instagram videos are gonna be crisp.
Yeah, they're gonna be super crispy, but 5G does have its drawbacks.
Okay.
Is that 5G has a shorter range, which means it requires more base stations to cover the same number of people in one area. Fortunately, though, there is a pro. 5G base stations and antennas are more compact, which means they're easier to install than 4G.
Okay, so thanks for telling me the pros and cons, but I still think it's pretty worth it, My mobile content consumption will be on point.
Oh yeah, it definitely will be, but just wait until you hear the potential use cases for 5G. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Think a smart city where you're having drones delivering packages to you.
Wow.
Super cool, right? This is my favorite. Self-driving cars, that's the future.
Okay, I'm game for all of that. I'm so ready. I'm gonna start saving up right now. Where's my
You
wallet?
actually might not have to save up too much because
Why?
there are a lot of affordable 5G phones out right now. I know one is the Huawei Nova 7 SE. My wife has that. Hi, wife.
And hi, everyone.
Aw, it's okay, Janina. But anyway, stick around for the next episode if you want to know the actual use cases of 5G today.
5G is set to support a whole host of use cases. And to try to account for all of them, well, that will take a while. So in trying to make sense of the endless possibilities of 5G, we've grouped them into three. First is high-speed applications. And as you can imagine, these are the cases that deliver high speeds to our end customers. 4K and 8K video, augmented and virtual reality, and ultra-fast internet serve to deliver an immersive content consumption and end-user experience that will rival similar high-speed connectivity solutions in the market, but in a mobile fashion. The second grouping in this list is low-latency applications. It's not just speed that determines the customer's overall experience, and not all use cases can be addressed by just speed. Other equally important applications rely on very low latency solutions to the tune of less than 1 millisecond, and these require always-on connectivity for these critical functions that run on top of them. So if you can imagine self-driving cars that process input information across a whole host of sensors while communicating with other cars and while running at high speeds, or high-performance gaming for the avid and competitive gamers, or automated manufacturing solutions that require precision and real-time on-site information, low latency is what you need. Finally, massive machine-to-machine communications that cater to 10x greater number of devices is the final grouping in this list. The network's ability to handle such number of devices transmitting relevant data simultaneously is crucial in use cases such as intelligent cities or drone farming, wherein devices would have to coordinate with one another to deliver meaningful benefits to the end customer. Now that we've gotten a glimpse of the use cases that are possible with 5G, it's important to understand what drives all of this. To answer that, it's important to know the basics of what a typical network looks like. What you see here is a simplified view of a typical mobile network made up of three key stages. The access to your left is what delivers the signal to each and every mobile device. This is also what is immediately felt by the customer as they enter locations with 5G access in them. The core to your right is typically where the customer's data is processed, made up of a bunch of servers hosted within the local data center or on the cloud. The core is where the determination of a customer's fair usage policy, their subscription, their billing status, their eligibility, and even the content that is consumed by the end customer in the form of content delivery networks or CDNs. These are all where they are hosted. The transport, made up of various connectivity solutions such as fiber, radio, microwave, satellite, and other software-defined networks serve to bridge the access and the core by transmitting packets of data from your smartphone or your devices towards the core and vice versa. This is what a typical network looks like, especially with 4G. So if that's the case, what is new with 5G?
Oh, kamusta na yung phone mo?
Wow, nakikinig.
Multitasking nga, di ba?
Well, I'm downloading TikTok now.
Oh, what happened?
That download literally took 1 second.
That's what I'm talking about. Sabi ko sa'yo, mabilis yung 5G.
Okay, you told me it was fast. I didn't think it was that fast. What else can I do with this thing?
I have some friends to help us.
Let's meet your friends.
So 5G actually benefits connected devices as well. That is Megan's fitness tracker or Janina's future boyfriend's smartwatch over here.
Shout out.
Or pwede rin my future smart glasses. So all these devices, they're connected. They're aware of the environment and they're sending you relevant information and feedback that's stored on your 5G phone or the cloud.
Okay, I've heard of the cloud, but it's still a little bit vague to me.
I know. Think of the cloud as having remote storage that you can access anytime, anywhere, but you have to be connected to the internet. Another example, you have your Gmail apps and TikTok apps, right? So all these emails and videos, they're stored in the cloud, ready for you to quickly access as if they're on your phone. And 5G just makes that whole experience more seamless.
So basically, everything is stored there, like my Instagram lives.
Yeah, pretty much. And your live videos are gonna be way better with 5G. And alam mo, may something ako para sa'yo eh.
Okay.
See, 5G is so fast and so responsive that you could probably enjoy a live concert happening halfway around the globe in real time. Check it out. Parang kasama ka sa crowd, no?
Oo nga eh! So like I can attend the entire Lainey World Tour without paying for anything?
Wait lang. Siyempre, kailangan mo magbayad. But it's gonna be way cheaper than traveling halfway around the globe and then paying for the concert ticket.
You have a point.
Right?
Plus, I don't have to dress up.
In case you did, a super cool concept is AR. It lets you try out different clothes without physically going to the store.
Ooh, this is what I need.
Nice!
Oh, cool.
Balik na muna tayo, Janina. Madami pa tayong pag-uusapan. Because when I think about it, we're only really just scratching the surface when it comes to 5G possibilities.
Okay.
Just scratching it. Okay, let's talk about another industry. It's telemedicine.
Talino,
Yeah. High-end stuff to high-end stuff. Did you know that doctors have actually tested remote surgery using robots via 5G networks? 5G kasi is so fast and so responsive that even if the doctors are way out in the field, like way over there, they're still able to control the robots remotely with split-second accuracy.
So you're telling me that a doctor can be in a completely different country while still operating on someone?
Mismo.
That's crazy! 2020, guys.
2020! Grabe, kung iisipin ko, there's so many more things that we can do with 5G. In so many industries, like automotive industry, you have self-driving cars, we always talk about that. And logistics, you got drones flying all over, delivering packages. Sobrang galing na, no, Janina? And she is no longer with us.
The first new concept in 5G is what is called beamforming. Beamforming is an access technology mechanism that transmits packets from the cell tower towards your device and back. What's important to understand with 5G access is that it doesn't work necessarily in the same way that 4G does. In 4G towers transmit these signals in a radial fashion to cover a wide geographic area. This works because 4G frequencies ranging from 700 MHz to 2100 MHz in the Philippines allow for this. 5G, especially 5G new radio technology, works in what is called sub-6 or millimeter wave frequency bands. Sub-6 GHz span 450 MHz to 6 GHz, while millimeter wave 5G frequencies span 24.25 GHz to 52.6 GHz. I know that that's a lot of numbers, but what this means is that these frequency bands, while being able to deliver high speeds, are ill-suited for area distribution, similar to how we're doing 4G now. In order to deliver the speeds that 5G promises and to be able to handle it across a multitude of users, beamforming is needed to deliver the signal directly to the device or have it bounce through walls and surfaces. A good example that I've heard of how to understand beamforming is like being in a theater. Whereas 4G is like, shining light across the entire theater, 5G in beamforming is like sending a spotlight that focuses the attention on a particular character in the play. If you can imagine this is how beamforming works. The second concept is multi-access edge computing. With the advent of cloud technology, one of the creative concepts that 5G will leverage on is the disaggregation of the core network elements across transport and access levels, and in so doing, bringing these functions closer to the customer than ever before. What used to be compute, storage, and memory functions that were hosted in the data center or in the public cloud will now be much closer to the end user, thereby reducing the travel time, or what we normally call as latency, to deliver the service. The edge, in this case, can be different deployments of these functions, best suited to the use case in question. We already know the cloud layer. These are the public and private cloud solutions that we work off today. The fog layer, on the other hand, is an intermediary layer in between the core and the access. What this does is that it gives enhanced performance, better efficiency, network bandwidth savings, improved security, and resiliency to your use case. Where this is relevant would be in use cases such as security, manufacturing, and utilities that require data acquisition and pre-processing, local monitoring, simple rules-based decision-making, and short-term data storage. Another edge deployment can be on the customer's premises itself, wherein the processing and the data are stored within the actual device that the customer is using. Such scenarios, if you can imagine, would drastically reduce the latency of these transactions. However, it's important to note that the use case is what drives the edge deployment. Too much processing on the device leaves a heavy burden on the device and leaves less flexibility for further upgrades. On the other hand, too far into the core, and then you lose the benefit of faster turnaround times. A balance of both considerations are needed to achieve the optimum flexibility and latency ratio for your application. One of the concepts that has garnered much buzz in recent years is the concept of network slicing. What is it? In concept, network slicing is the partitioning of your network across access, transport, and core to fulfill a particular pre-identified set of requirements. If you can imagine our 4G world today, our entire network is shared by all of the users connected to it, regardless if you're prepaid, postpaid, TM, GOMO, or a Globe business user. With the shared resource, you can imagine that at certain times of the day, data-heavy users would utilize this network much more than casual users. While there are fair usage policies in place with our solutions, the entire resource within a location is still shared by those connected to it, and we can only control it so much. With network slicing, we now have the ability to dedicate a portion of the network for a particular set of users. If you can imagine a network that is solely used by manufacturing plants, IoT devices, hospitals for critical care services, intelligent cities, and even the mobile gaming industry. All of these running at the same time with their own policies or their own charging rules and not affecting or disturbing each other. This is certainly a fascinating concept. Finally, the 5G ecosystem itself is evolving. What we experience now in 2021, believe it or not, is the first iteration of the 5G construct called non-standalone. What this means is that the 5G access works in tandem with the 4G core. What that does is that it allows for faster internet speeds, like the 300 Mbps or so download speeds that we experience today. The reality is that the next evolution of 5G, and arguably the exciting one, is what is called 5G standalone. In having its own transport and core functionalities, 5G standalone goes beyond speed and allows for network slicing, edge computing, and the use cases that rely on low latency and massive connectivity to take shape. This is important because 5G SA, or standalone, is the future, and all of our good stuff will happen with 5G SA. So, if you can imagine what the 5G network looks like, beamforming will take hold in the access network, edge computing will also be all across access, transport, and core, and the core will certainly support a much more diverse set of solutions than ever before. What does this all mean though, especially in a country like the Philippines that is struggling in the midst of a pandemic? I think at this point it's important to understand that more than just the technology, there is a wider social construct in our country. And we have to look at ways where Globe and 5G have the opportunity to solve these problems. It is my hope, certainly, that it spurs your creative thinking as you go about this hackathon. So let's get started. As of today, and I'm sure most of you are experiencing this yourselves, our education sector has had to deal with remote classes for what is now 2 consecutive school years. Beyond the amount of synchronous classes and asynchronous homework lies the fact that not all students have stable and reliable internet connections. Having to deal with simultaneous classes with your fellow students, some of them might be your neighbors, leads to unfortunate intermittent connectivity and generally a lower understanding of the classes that you're having. All of these considered, our students are certainly challenged now in more ways than ever. Looking now at the healthcare sector, especially with the recent surge of cases that mandated the reinstitution of higher quarantine restrictions, we see that medical attention remains, applied in a vastly different manner. Medical protocols in the midst of a pandemic are applied differently depending on the hospital's ability and capacity to render care. Not all Filipinos are able to access quality healthcare. For a good majority, lack of access to basic healthcare and, more importantly, the information about these remains the reality for some, especially for those in remote and far-flung locations. Through a pandemic, we are all asked to stay at home. Our home has also become our all-in-one place for work, shelter, and entertainment. With all of us staying at home, some customers are unable to access basic and relevant content due to their intermittent and congested networks at times. Our agriculture sector, which contributes nearly 10% of our country's GDP, is still limited in terms of mechanization and modernization. Farmers are reliant on existing farming methods and are reliant on distributors and markets to be able to sell their crops. This industry is subject also to various weather and seasonal patterns, and the lack of relevant technologies to predict and time weather patterns puts their livelihood at risk, certainly of disruptions in adverse weather events. We all know that the typhoon season in the Philippines is shortly coming, and how destructive these events can be. Limited access to alternative farming methods also serve as a roadblock to farmers and fisherfolk to be able to compete locally, let alone in the export market. In terms of logistics, we have seen great strides insofar as tracking and monitoring shipments and packages are concerned. But there is certainly much more to explore within this industry. Real-time inventory data to granular levels remains elusive, and security of shipments and guaranteed deliveries can fail from time to time. Traffic remains a problem in our major cities and thoroughfares. And as we are increasingly reliant on private vehicles to travel about. Traffic is seen to become much more worse as time passes. As of 2019, Metro Manila has consistently been at or near the top of the world's most congested cities, leading to upwards of 200 hours on average of productivity lost per year per person. Road safety remains a concern. The Global Road Safety Facility of the World Bank Group states that in the Philippines, 77% of road crashes within the country are within the 15 to 64 age group, which are what we call the economically productive age group, and that 635 life years per 100,000 people are affected as a result. Finally, in manufacturing, our country still pales in comparison with our neighbors within the Southeast Asia region. While there are signs of growth as the economy slowly opens up, there is still a subdued foreign client demand brought about by the restrictions of our current pandemic. Philippines-based manufacturers are facing supply chain issues and rising price pressures attributed to longer lead times for input and delivery of materials. This is the situation today. What can we do about it? This is where our 5G Hackathon comes into play. Having considered what the technology can do and what the situation in our country is, the 5G Hackathon serves as a great opportunity to explore these situations and discover innovative and creative solutions to address these problems. This year's hackathon will be centered on 3 key themes. First is 5G for society, covering education, healthcare, livelihood, and how to improve the general standing of our fellow Filipinos. Second is 5G for industry, including retail, manufacturing, logistics, e-commerce, and others, focusing on how 5G serves to progress these industries into world-class implementations. Third is 5G for intelligent cities. This encompasses disaster risk management, sustainability, asset and resource management, and transportation systems, thereby promoting the next great Philippine city and serving as a model for future cities to come.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay, game.
When I was a kid, the way that I used to imagine the future would be basically Star Wars. But we're being realistic. How do you actually imagine the future with 5G becoming mainstream?
Well, siguro wala pa tayong lightsabers in the future.
Oh, man, that's what I was hoping for.
Hindi, pero ito, serious answer, 5G is really gonna pave the way for a lot of innovation. And that innovation leads to even more innovation, and the end product will be services that we can't even think of right now.
Like teleportation or flying cars?
Hey, I want to teleport and I want to fly a car. Seriously, in all likelihood, I think 5G is going to show up in the connectedness of our cars.
Okay.
So all the cars are going to be connected, providing real-time data to a centralized traffic management system. And that will hopefully eliminate traffic altogether. Diba? Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
That's crazy.
Then, of course, navigation systems, that will be upgraded. Plus, I think the automotive industry will use 5G to make self-driving cars safer and more reliable.
Isn't parang nakakatakot yun?
But on the flip side, we could see the day na wala na aksidente sa road.
That's
Simply
true.
because there's a centralized traffic system, di ba?
Yeah, so I wouldn't need to get my license anymore.
Yeah, ako rin, di ko kailangan yan. Oh, wait. Let's move to the local government level.
All right.
So 5G will turn cities into smart cities. And the way they do this is using connected devices, and they're gathering data from citizens, devices, buildings, and they use all of this data to manage the city and improve public utilities, public transportation, just so many things.
Wow, we need literally all of those.
Yeah, right? This one is a personal favorite of mine. So as soon as you shop on AR, you click buy, a drone could actually deliver a package straight to you on the very same day that you ordered it. Yeah, this is you and this is the package dropping into your hand.
That would be so efficient.
Yeah, and there's real-time tracking, so you don't have to worry about it going anywhere else. Okay, To summarize the potential of 5G, we could have way less accidents, almost no more traffic, better cities, and my personal favorite, same-day deliveries with drones.
Yeah, if you take robots, right?
Yeah.
Then you have 5G. Then you add AI. Then we can expand their capabilities. Maybe they can start communicating with one another so that the manufacturing will be more flexible, more efficient as well.
Oh my gosh. Hey, air fist bump.
Yeah.
So proud of you. What else you got?
Oh yeah, okay, well, I remember in episode 2 where you mentioned that hospitals will be able to perform telesurgery where they can remotely operate on their patients, right?
Think of robots in the field
Yes.
that are harvesting and planting crops too. So cool.
Yeah, you know, with 5G and GPS, that makes so much sense.
Mismo. Just
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Okay.
Wow, I learned so much from you.
Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed our little journey from the humble beginnings of 1G all the way up to the insane and powerful potential of 5G. Sobrang exciting.
Super! And parang the way that I imagine it now, it's so much better than the way I saw it when I was a kid. Parang gusto ko na mag-fast forward into the future.
I will swear to mo because the future is closer than ever. Tagline natin yan. Hindi, tagline natin yan.
Pwede, ang galing.
Hindi. That's all scriptwriter. Arte-arte lang.
Your journey through the 5G Hackathon is just getting started. And through our extensive lineup of partners and exceptional speakers, you can expect to learn a whole lot more about the technologies that we discussed today, as well as some tips and tricks in successfully pitching your idea and building a business case for them, just like a startup. I look forward to seeing all of your ideas take shape and seeing the endless possibilities that 5G can do come to life. The future of 5G is with Globe. Again, I am Mikey Velasco. Thank you and have a good day.
Self-driving cars? Count me in, you guys. Thank you very much, Mikey Velasco. Now, guys, imagine just reading about self-driving cars. You got drones, VR and sci-fi, and now they're all within reach, all thanks to 5G. So apart from these incredible tech, 5G can also elevate experiences that, we're enjoying right now. And I'm talking about less buffer time. Yes, we all want that. Faster streams as well, and less lags, which we are all wanting, of course. And that's all thanks to the 10 to 100 times faster connection than our current 4G LTE. Think about those Zoom parties that we all enjoy, right? And then imagine that with 5G, okay? What you'll get is as close to real-time interactions with anyone and literally anywhere. That's so cool. And I know I keep on saying this, but really, the possibilities are endless with 5G. And even ideas that can cause massive effect in our society can be supported by 5G. So again, imagine this with me, okay? 5G can help provide access to healthcare information for Filipinos in far-flung areas. Isn't that amazing? 5G can also aid in modernization of tools and trade in agriculture, right? And maybe 5G can be the key to decongesting our roads. Yes, it's really up to all of you guys. It's time to share those great ideas and exercise your power to create change. And of course, I have great news for all of you guys because registration is now open. That is correct. Interested participants may now register via www.globe5ghackathon.com, and you will receive more details about your submission, of course, but you may take this time to develop your ideas. Think about your target customers and what issues you want to solve using 5G, right? And how different your solution is from what's currently available. So think about all that. These are the details that you need to include in your submission, of course. And again, you have plenty of time. And as a piece of advice, attend all the sessions of the enablement workshops because you just might pick up important insights that may help you develop your big idea. So make sure to attend everything, okay? Trust me. And speaking of upcoming sessions for the enablement workshop, here's the rundown on today's topic. After our short break, we will have a case study of successful startup that made it big by the president and founder of Cascadio, Jared B. Reimer. We also have a look on how digital innovations and agility helped SMEs thrive in the time of pandemic in SME Innovations in the New Normal by the Globe Market Analysis and Planning Manager, John Leonard M. Alcantara. We also have insights on how having an agile mindset and the willingness to innovate and test ideas can help achieve a desirable product faster in Design Thinking Primer, led by Globe business consultant William Arnaiz. And of course, we also have an introduction to cloud computing as presented by the Globe University. And last but not the least, real-world application of 5G in 2020 real-world 5G and AWS applications from the 2020 AWS Invent Conference. Okay, so much fun ahead. And guys, if you have any questions for Mikey and for our speakers later on, please feel free to send them over to our chat, okay? And for our viewers on YouTube, we are inviting you all to register so you can fully experience the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, powered by the highly immersive Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All right, I'll see you guys later.
into the fast lane with Globe's 5G technology. It's fast, it's fun, it's wonderful. It's Kim Son-ho approved. With Globe 5G technology, the possibilities are endless. It's about time we inspire the youth to create something meaningful, spark reinventions, and improve the framework of the future. That's what the 5G Hackathon is about. Students, professionals, and startups are welcome to join the event by registering using this link. Once accepted, you may enjoy access to the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, where the enablement workshops will happen. That's 2 weeks worth of fun workshops and mentorship by industry experts from our tech partners. All these to get you to the top. That doesn't end there. Apply what you've learned from the workshops and pitch your idea on how you can use 5G to improve the way we live. The panel will pick the top 30 semi-finalists to join the pitch competition and enjoy exclusive workshops and consultations with mentors. But if you're truly, madly, deeply at the top of your game, you can be chosen as part of the top 10 finalists who will proceed to the Hackathon Finals. 3 of the best pitches will be hailed as winners. What's in it for you? Well, over 500,000 pesos worth of prizes will be given away, plus a chance to be part of the Venture Builders program of 917's Venture Velocity and work directly with Globe 5G Acceleration Lab. This is powered by Globe and Animal Labs by DLSU. Thanks to 5G, we're about to achieve great heights. Click the link and show us what you've got. Get ready to reinvent your power to create change. Register now.
Do you want to make a difference and reinvent your world? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 김선호입니다. 샌드박스 같은 곳에서 경쟁하는 기분을 느껴보고 싶으신가요? 그렇다면 글로브 5G 해카톤에서 진행하는 워크숍과 멘토십을 통해 5G 활용 방법을 만들어보고 여러분의 친구, 동료들과 팀을 만들어서 디지털 시대 속 필리핀의 새롭고 흥미로운 가능성을 열어보세요. Follow your dream. Register now.
Won't you watch me do my thing? Reinvent the world, yeah. Choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve, choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve. Every time the world spins round, reinvent 360. Thinking you gon' mess up your thing, yeah. Show the whole world, reinvent. Nobody should know stand is strong. You watch me do my thing.
Take it to the next level with Globe's fiber, LTE advanced, and 5G mobile connection. Now you have the power to reinvent your world. Globe.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math Club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
Dance together!
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, please.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes!
The new mind-blowing Surfer 99? 9 gig? All sites?
For all devices?
Shareable with up to 4 people?
Like my fam? Anywhere they are?
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99.
We're speeding into the fast lane with Globe's 5G technology. It's fast, it's fun, it's wonderful. It's Kim Son-ho approved. With Globe 5G technology, the possibilities are endless. It's about time we inspire the youth to create something meaningful, spark reinventions, and improve the framework of the future. That's what the 5G Hackathon is about. Students, professionals, and startups are welcome to join the event by registering using this link. Once accepted, you may enjoy access to the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, where the enablement workshops will happen. That's 2 weeks worth of fun workshops and mentorship by industry experts from our tech partners. All these to get you to the top. That doesn't end there. Apply what you've learned from the workshops and pitch your idea on how you can use 5G to improve the way we live. The panel will pick the top 30 semi-finalists to join the pitch competition and enjoy exclusive workshops and consultations with mentors. But if you're truly, madly, deeply at the top of your game, you can be chosen as part of the top 10 finalists who will proceed to the Hackathon Finals. 3 of the best pitches will be hailed as winners. What's in it for you? Well, over 500,000 pesos worth of prizes will be given away, plus a chance to be part of the Venture Builders program of 917's Venture Velocity and work directly with Globe 5G Acceleration Lab. This is powered by Globe and Animal Labs by DLSU. Thanks to 5G, we're about to achieve great heights. Click the link and show us what you've got. Get ready to reinvent your power to create change. Register now.
Do you want to make a difference and reinvent your world? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 김선호입니다. 샌드박스 같은 곳에서 경쟁하는 기분을 느껴보고 싶으신가요? 그렇다면 글로브 5G 해카톤에서 진행하는 워크숍과 멘토십을 통해 5G 활용 방법을 만들어보고 여러분의 친구, 동료들과 팀을 만들어서 디지털 시대 속 필리핀의 새롭고 흥미로운 가능성을 열어보세요. Follow your dream. Register now.
Watch me do my thing.
Take it to the next level with Globe's fiber, LTE advanced, and 5G mobile connection. Now you have the power to reinvent your world. Globe.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby.
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online.
Dance together.
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes.
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99? 9 gig? All sites?
For all devices?
Shareable with up to 4 people.
Like my family? Anywhere they are?
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99.
We're speeding into the fast lane with Globe's 5G technology. It's fast, it's fun, it's wonderful. It's Kim Son-ho approved. With Globe 5G technology, the possibilities are endless. It's about time we inspire the youth to create something meaningful, spark reinventions, and improve the framework of the future. That's what the 5G Hackathon is about. Students, professionals, and startups are welcome to join the event by registering using this link. Once accepted, you may enjoy access to the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, where the enablement workshops will happen. That's 2 weeks worth of fun workshops and mentorship by industry experts from our tech partners. All these to get you to the top. That doesn't end there. Apply what you've learned from the workshops and pitch your idea on how you can use 5G to improve the way we live. The panel will pick the top 30 semi-finalists to join the pitch competition and enjoy exclusive workshops and consultations with mentors. But if you're truly, madly, deeply at the top of your game, you can be chosen as part of the top 10 finalists who will proceed to the Hackathon Finals. 3 of the best pitches will be hailed as winners. What's in it for you? Well, over 500,000 pesos worth of prizes will be given away, plus a chance to be part of the Venture Builders program of 917's Venture Velocity and work directly with Globe 5G Acceleration Lab. This is powered by Globe and Animal Labs by DLSU. Thanks to 5G, we're about to achieve great heights. Click the link and show us what you've got. Get ready to reinvent your power to create change. Register now.
Do you want to make a difference and reinvent your world? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 김선호입니다. 샌드박스 같은 곳에서 경쟁하는 기분을 느껴보고 싶으신가요? 그렇다면 글로브 5G 해카톤에서 진행하는 워크숍과 멘토십을 통해 5G 활용 방법을 만들어보고 여러분의 친구, 동료들과 팀을 만들어서 디지털 시대 속 필리핀의 새롭고 흥미로운 가능성을 열어보세요. Follow your dream. Register now.
Why don't you watch me do my thing? Reinvent the world, yeah. Choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve, choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve. Every time the world spins round, reinvent 360. Thinking you gon' miss a good thing, yeah. Show the whole world, reinvent, nobody knows that. It's your you watch me do my thing.
Take it to the next level with Globe's fiber, LTE advanced, and 5G mobile connection. Now you have the power to reinvent your world. Globe.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math Club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online.
Dance together.
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, babe.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes. The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99? 9 gig? All sites?
For all devices?
Shareable with up to 4 people.
Like my fam? Anywhere they are?
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99.
Hey everyone, we are back in the enablement workshop of the Globe 5G Hackathon. Now, of course, ideas are aplenty and anyone can have a great idea, but they usually lack both resources and motivation to actually make it big. If you guys don't know, statistically, about 90% of startups actually fail. Yeah, that's right. So as an ideator, how can you position yourself with the rest of the 10% who actually made it big, right? So time to take notes, ladies and gents, as we listen to the case study of successful startup that made it big, led by the president and founder of Cascadio, Jared Reimer.
Hello, my name is Jared Reimer. I'm the founder and president of Cascadio. Cascadio is a cloud-first consulting, managed services, and software development company. We are based in Metro Manila with our second headquarters location in Seattle, Washington, in the United States, where I'm based. Cascadio last year joined the Globe family of companies and now sells with Globe as Globe Cloud Solutions in the Philippines, as well as in North America. Today, we're going to be talking about a different company. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite success stories in recent memory. This is a company that you all probably have come into contact with at some point, and some of you may not particularly like because it does put you in the spotlight a lot, and for some people that can be uncomfortable. But in the spirit of teamwork and collaboration and distributed work during the pandemic, I think there are very few tools other than perhaps Zoom that have been as impactful and significant for the companies that have embraced them and used them to keep the wheels on the bus while everyone was working from home. So one thing that a lot of people don't know is that Slack actually didn't set out to build Slack. They were originally building a game, but we'll talk about that more in a moment. So first, I will tell you a little bit about Cascadio. We've been at this over 13 years now. We're a premier partner with Amazon Web Services, with GCP, a bunch of other platforms. We are cloud neutral, so we support Microsoft, Google Cloud, Amazon, any cloud platform the customer wants to utilize. We have a great track record with really amazing customers across North America, a few in Europe, and a growing customer base in the Philippines via our partnership with Globe. One thing that really sets us apart that I think is really important is we focus on the client, not the cloud providers, and we don't have a conflict of interest. So when we give the customer advice, we're giving them our honest opinion and advice. We're not selling them on a product. This is quite different than a lot of our competitive cloud consulting firms. Many of them push product, and that's a big source of revenue for them. We've always had the opinion that the professional services provider and the managed services provider should be somewhat autonomous and agnostic as to the platform and should be replaceable such that if the customer decides they want to pull the work in-house or have another firm do it, they're not locked into one vendor. So we try to help our customers avoid situations where they're stuck with a platform, a vendor, or even a company like ours. We'd like them to be the masters of their own destiny. Okay, so let's talk about Slack. First, isn't it just IRC or AIM or ICQ or any of these chat platforms? No, it's not. It looks like that, and people that first use it think, oh, it's just another IM tool. But there's a lot more to it than that. We'll get into some of the specifics of what made it significant and different and why it succeeded when some of its obvious competitors did not. And yes, they were a video game company originally. Slack was sort of an offshoot of a video game that didn't go anywhere, and they were able to pivot and embrace this successful side outcome that they didn't really plan for, and had a pretty fantastic ride. One thing that they got really right in all of this was the use of evangelism by users of the tool and the platform. So for example, it was very easy to invite your peers, your classmates, your business associates to Slack, and it didn't require a lot of approval and oversight and paperwork because you could just do it. And we've carried that forward when we started working with Globe, we said, hey, anybody with a need to join the Cascadio Slack team that has a Globe corporate email address, we're just going to go ahead and let them on board if they need to. And because they prioritize fair billing, there's no real punishment or penalty to us to being broader in scope, even if a lot of those users end up not using it day to day. So what is it? It's instant messaging and collaboration built for teams, but it's much more than just instant messaging. So you can see on the right how we use it. We have a channel that's for business metrics that come from automated measurement systems and tools. We have logs of operations communications, emails coming in. We have a room that's only for the North American contingent that talks about real estate and healthcare and whatever other things that are geographically specific. Same in the Philippines. Our team there has a chat room that talks about the local health plan and programs and pandemic issues and whatever. Main operations channel, professional services operations, an open engineering forum where we can talk freely with our peers and engineers about technologies and tools. News and events, a big marketing campaign we've done with Globe EG Enterprise Group around cloud first. You've probably seen some of those. Projects, help desk for customer support, sales and marketing. We use it for everything. This channel happens to be the lounge where we share fun, non-work related water cooler talk. In this case, it's the amazing drone that NASA landed on Mars and which they've flown now, I think, 4 times successfully. So why is this important? First, it encourages transparency. It's hard for underperformers to hide when everyone is on an equal footing in a room and everyone is expected to contribute and to document their work. So what we found is that in terms of engagement, it's not a perfect proxy because there are some jobs that don't really need it, but for a lot of jobs, you can sort of tell if people are showing up and if they're performing and how interested they are. And I don't know, you can sort of observe their level of commitment to customers and projects and things, oftentimes just by the breadcrumbs they leave behind, right? And it promotes situational awareness. So for example, I'm in a lot of channels that I don't ever post to, and that I might not even regularly view, but when I need to know about a specific customer or a specific project, I need to be able to get the information immediately and get up to speed. And I don't want to have to take a meeting with the project owner or the engineer to do that. I want to be able to just read the history, click on the links, look at the uploaded files and say, aha, I get it. So the other thing that it's really good about is collaboration. So having many people around the world, as we do, collaborating around a common tool and platform and way of working is really, really powerful. So our team in the Philippines works with our team in Seattle. We have team members that are remote up in Canada. We have team members across the United States. We have team members in other parts of the Philippines. It doesn't really matter because we all come to the same place to work. It's not an office building, but it works like one in the sense that you have to show up and do your job. And it's how we work together to achieve outcomes for our customers. We call it our central nervous system because it connects all of these inputs and outputs to the human brains. The inputs and outputs might be customers, monitoring systems, workload migration, discovery, Google Documents, Office 365, shared files, all sorts of different things. So it's really an amazing tool. It really does a fantastic job at delivering value very quickly from day one. So core capabilities and features that really set this apart. I think the most important one that a lot of people miss is how well it integrates with other tools and platforms. So it has built-in integrations for other tools and platforms. It also allows for automation, integration, other tooling to be developed. It helps synchronize communication across multiple platforms. It helps with notifications. So when something happens, when there's an event, when there's an action, when something occurs, these notifications come in real time. And when you wake up in the morning and you check your history, you can review the notifications as if you had been awake all night and get caught up. It also lets you do calls, video calls, voice calls on the fly. You can leave yourself messages. You can search the entire history. It's a really amazing set of tooling for businesses. But I think most importantly is that they realized that their API was their currency. So in particular, API integration is having two different applications link up and exchange information and coordinate activities. For example, a monitoring system can deliver an alert to Slack so that our operations team in Quezon City receives that alert without relying on email, which is lossy and variable delay and delivers out of order and has spam filters and whatever else. Slack also, because it has good API integration, ends up becoming a hub of visibility and reporting, not just communication. So sales pipelines, productivity reports, all sorts of operational data tend to be aggregated there, and it becomes the go-to place to find anything, regardless of what system it's in. Another key point, when you talk about toil, repetitive tasks that humans have to keep doing endlessly, humans get tired, they make mistakes, they lose interest, they experiment sometimes because they're bored or curious. When it comes to integrating two different software applications and systems, you want that to be perfect and reliable and consistent. And it turns out that API integration is the right way to do that. On the right, you can see the Cascadio.io platform, where we have ourselves embraced this. We have a collection of integrations that snap into tools like Slack and monitoring systems and ticketing systems, because we firmly believe your API is your currency. In the future, companies will expect and demand that software tools and applications have APIs. So let's talk about Slack's growth strategy. Word of mouth was huge. That's how I came to know the product. It's how most of the people I know came to know the product. They did a great job at getting feedback. So we started inviting teams in batches and watched what happened. Then we made some changes and watched what happened. And we made some more changes. We implemented customer feedback fast. So when customers told us what they needed, what they liked, what they didn't like, they were really quick to turn those innovations around. Integrations, again, API integrations were fundamental and are one of the reasons that we continue to use Slack and encourage our customers to use it rather than some of the competing solutions. Slack has really unique features and value. It's the most polished, most integrated and comprehensive solution of its type. And when you add the fair pricing policy, which is really amazing and rare in the SaaS world, you end up with, freemium, start free, try it out, see if you like it. We're not going to gouge you on making you buy annual licenses for a fixed number of seats. And we're actually going to make you a brand that the customer loves, right? A brand that the customer sees as friendly and worried about their interests instead of just making as much money as possible. So notice this one. Every customer interaction is a marketing opportunity. If you go above and beyond on the customer service side, people are much more likely to recommend you. They built this business from day one on positive recommendations, on referrals, on word of mouth, and especially from people that are technical influencers. So this was really hard to do, but they nailed it. And because they were successful in doing this, by the time the business heads and the IT heads discovered it, the system had already been adopted and it was almost impossible to get rid of it. And so it ended up becoming sanctioned, even if it wasn't an official IT system from day one. Another really important thing that these guys did that I think was a little bit controversial, certainly surprised us, was they bought a competitor, which we used to use, HipChat, before Slack came out. HipChat should have been Slack, but I think they were slow to innovate. The product didn't keep up with the times. And then one day Slack came out of nowhere and I think kind of destroyed them. Atlassian owned HipChat and sold it to Slack and then wound it down and told those customers they should migrate to Slack. All of a sudden, a playing field with multiple competitors on it was effectively reduced to one, and then two with Microsoft Teams being the dominant competitor today. So September of 2011, they unveil this beta version of a game called Glitch. It didn't take off. But by August of 2013, they had pivoted and they launched Slack, which was a derivative of Glitch Chat. In 24 hours, they got 8,000 companies to sign up. home run from day one. I mean, that's amazing. They must have done something right with the product, with the messaging, with the marketing, with building that demand. A year later, a little over a year later, they raised $120 million in funding at a valuation of over $1 billion. So they went from a game that didn't work in September 2011 to a valuation of over $1 billion just 3 years later, building a product that they didn't even set out to build, not from the beginning. By April 2016, over 2.7 million daily active users, valuation was up to almost $4 billion. Then they went for the gold. This was the hard part, enterprise. So large enterprise tends to be reluctant to adopt and embrace new tools. There's compliance concerns, there's privacy concerns, there's governance concerns, there's cost concerns. But all of a sudden, Slack went from being a work group level, departmental, sideline thing to being mission critical for enterprise. Now we're at 5 billion by September of 2017. They bought out their competitors, consolidated the market. February of 2019, they filed to go public. But before they could actually exit with an IPO, Salesforce bought them for a staggering sum of money. I want you to look at the timeline between when this started and when it ended. That's less than a decade. That's phenomenal. And if you think about it, this was the entire life cycle from birth all the way to a spectacular exit in a very compressed time frame. If you look at their valuation over time, notice this is not a linear graph, right? Look at the numbers, okay? So they're going up by an order of magnitude here, and you can see over time that the valuation just skyrockets. It goes from $1 billion to 27.7, and the users go from 250,000 to 12.5 million. And wow, what an amazing ride. The value per user is pretty amazing too, if you think about it. So obviously this made some big news. Salesforce really, I think, got a gem here. There's really nothing else like it. And I think it was a brilliant acquisition personally. So one of my favorite quotes, life is too short to do mediocre work. And it's definitely too short to build shoddy things. I'll be polite. I think Cascadio tries to embrace this idea. We try to do really good work. We know we can do for everyone, but the things that we set out to do, the missions that we take on, we want to do great work. We want to make customers love us and have customers tell us how impressed they are with our team and our work, and evangelize us to their friends and coworkers and other companies in the community. So I think this is really important. And I think Slack lives it, breathes it, and has always done a good job at making other people like me, the buyer, believe it. So here's the conclusion. They're not selling instant messaging software, okay? They're selling an innovation. They're selling a change in the way that you operate and deliver business and value. They're selling tools that enables business to be conducted asynchronously around the world with lots of different inputs and outputs and platforms and custom software and SaaS tools and legacy tools, and people in different time zones. And I guess the final conclusion here is SaaS tends to be winner take all. So Slack, I think, is the market winner in terms of brand and the top end, like feature set. Teams winning for a different reason, which is it's bundled with Microsoft products. But I think from a product maturity and feature set standpoint, my perception is that it's quite far behind. So we hope that was interesting and helpful. I'd obviously welcome you to research more about it. I think there's big value in studying what made other companies successful. We do hope you'll join our next workshop sessions and continue to invest in building your cloud and entrepreneurial skill set. That's really what the hackathon is all about, right? We want to help you figure out how to build the next Slack and how to succeed at scaling it and taking it to market and getting it funded, and eventually maybe having a massive exit, whether that's an IPO or an acquisition, or you could just run it forever and have a really profitable business. So there's lots of great ways that you can win with SaaS and with cloud. But again, it does tend to be winner take all. It's pretty hard to be a me too of a dominant SaaS play. So you kind of have to invent something net new in the way that, let's say, Google did with search, or Facebook did with social, or LinkedIn did with business social. You need to have something that is unique and differentiated, not a derivative or a feature of some other tool that already exists, because otherwise you're probably not going to make it. So work hard, keep studying. Thank you for participating in the Globe Hackathon. And please do keep in touch. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. We have a newsletter that you can sign up for on our website. Again, I'm Jared Reimer, based in Seattle in the US. My email is jared, Jared, @cascadio.com. And I welcome your thoughts, feedback, questions, LinkedIn friend requests, or whatever else. Thank you, stay safe, take care, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Jared. You know, guys, innovations truly become successful if they offer improvement compared to what's, already available or practiced, right? So keep in mind what users need and make sure to follow it, okay? You gotta build your idea using the foundation of need, and you have to make sure that you provide access to it with fair pricing, of course, and always be ready for feedback and revisions. Don't forget those things that I just said, okay? So Slack was, of course, a relevant sample. With their easy to use interface, partnered with innovative features, Slack became the messaging app of choice by many companies like Cascadio. But of course, Slack wasn't an overnight success. They experienced failures and massive revisions. And by massive, I mean massive, okay? But instead of being discouraged, they used these to their advantage, of course. So in the words of Slack's founder, Stuart Butterfield, we started inviting teams in batches and watched what happened. And then we made some changes. Watched what happened, and then made some more changes. So it's a trial and error, It's really in the rising again and again after falling so many times that you get to develop an idea or a product that is solid, feasible, and definitely profitable, okay? And I know, that's a lot to take in, but you know what, guys? That's great, okay? So we hope that Jared's presentation helped shape that big idea or light bulb moment that you are to share with the world through Globe 5G Hackathon, all right? So if you have questions for Jared, please feel free to send them over the chat or head on over to globeph5ghackathon.com for registration details, okay? Don't forget that. Now, time to work on that submission. So we'll give you a bit of time. We'll be having a short break, okay? But after our short break, we will have a look on how digital innovations and agility helped SMEs thrive in the time of pandemic in SME Innovations in the New Normal by the Globe Market Analysis and Planning Manager, John Leonard M. Alcantara. We'll also have insights on how having an agile mindset and the willingness to innovate and test ideas can help achieve a desirable product faster in Design Thinking Primer, led by Globe Business Consultant William Arnaiz. We'll also have an introduction to cloud computing as presented by the Globe University. And last but not the least, the real-world application of 5G in 2020 Real-World 5G and AWS applications from the 2020 AWS Invent Conference. And of course, you can check out the different spots around the 5G Hackathon HQ, such as the photo booth, which I'm very excited about. You can capture your proud moment as a 5 genius through a customizable booth. You got your boomerangs, you got your GIFs, all that fun stuff. Or you can also share your thoughts about the competition in the time capsule. And of course, you can read through all the FAQs, the topics, the schedules, the full calendar of events in the information booth, or even take a much needed brain break at the gaming hub. So that's so much fun. Don't forget to post your hackathon experience on your social media accounts and use the hashtag Globe5G-Hackathon, all right? And for everyone on YouTube, we encourage all of you guys to register at www.globe5ghackathon.com to enjoy all these perks. And of course, the full hackathon experience at the 5G Hackathon HQ. We'll be back later, guys. Again, please register and join us here at the Globe 5G Hackathon Enablement Workshop powered by Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts.
to the fast lane with Globe's 5G technology. It's fast, it's fun, it's wonderful. It's Kim Son-ho approved. With Globe 5G technology, the possibilities are endless. It's about time we inspire the youth to create something meaningful, spark reinventions, and improve the framework of the future. That's what the 5G Hackathon is about. Students, professionals, and startups are welcome to join the event by registering using this link. Once accepted, you may enjoy access to the Globe 5G Hackathon HQ, where the enablement workshops will happen. That's 2 weeks worth of fun workshops and mentorship by industry experts from our tech partners. All these to get you to the top. That doesn't end there. Apply what you've learned from the workshops and pitch your idea on how you can use 5G to improve the way we live. The panel will pick the top 30 semi-finalists to join the pitch competition and enjoy exclusive workshops and consultations with mentors. But if you're truly, madly, deeply at the top of your game, you can be chosen as part of the top 10 finalists who will proceed to the Hackathon Finals. 3 of the best pitches will be hailed as winners. What's in it for you? Well, over 500,000 pesos worth of prizes will be given away, plus a chance to be part of the Venture Builders program of 917's Venture Velocity and work directly with Globe 5G Acceleration Lab. This is powered by Globe and Animal Labs by DLSU. Thanks to 5G, we're about to achieve great heights. Click the link and show us what you've got. Get ready to reinvent your power to create change. Register now.
Do you want to make a difference and reinvent your world? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 김선호입니다. 샌드박스 같은 곳에서 경쟁하는 기분을 느껴보고 싶으신가요? 그렇다면 글로브 5G 해카톤에서 진행하는 워크숍과 멘토십을 통해 5G 활용 방법을 만들어보고 여러분의 친구, 동료들과 팀을 만들어서 디지털 시대 속 필리핀의 새롭고 흥미로운 가능성을 열어보세요. Follow your dream. Register now.
You watch me do my thing. Reinvent the world, yeah. Choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve, choose to be more, choose to be better, choose to evolve, choose to evolve. Every time the world spins round, reinvent 360. We can use on this a good thing, yeah. And show the whole world. Reinvent, nobody to know stand strong. You watch me do my thing.
Take it to the next level with Globe's fiber, LTE advanced, and 5G mobile connection. Now you have the power to reinvent your world. Globe.
Dear Mother, light of the home.
Dad.
Hey, baby!
Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved from
Math club tomorrow.
May Globe Virtual Hangouts kasi.
Go and hang out from wherever you are. Just open the Globe One app, choose an event, and click join.
Watch concerts online!
Dance together!
We can do quiz nights.
Yo, let's go! If you allow me,
I promise.
To make it up to you.
And repay your kindness tenfold? Truly, your favorite child.
I love you, Dad.
please, please.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your fave events with Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. All together now.
Yes!
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99?
9 gig? All sites?
For all devices?
Shareable with up to 4 people.
Like my fam? Anywhere they are?
The new mind-blowing Surfer All 99.